Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Seeing Blind. I know it has been a long time since we have seen each other, and I just wanted to pop on real quick and have a little chit chat, tell you why you haven't seen me, why I haven't been uploading as much, and what's been going on um, with me for a little bit, and just catch up with you guys and hopefully share some good news and some not so good news. So we'll see what's going on with you guys. So first off, to start off, I want to just welcome all of you who are new here. I have gained a lot of new supporters, even though I haven't been posting very much over the summer, and I just really appreciate that support. You guys have found me on other people's channels, on podcasts. I've been doing a lot of guest speaking here lately, and even though I haven't been doing a lot of personal content creation, I've been trying to support others as much as possible, even though I've just been wickedly busy. So that's what's been going on. And some other things, we're going to talk a little bit about some news in just the blind world and some helpful products and things that I have discovered here recently, and just blind moments over the summer and all kinds of different things. But just to give you guys a heads up on why content creation has been so difficult for me, if anyone has ever been curious about life as a content creator, um, it's really not easy, and it's something that I don't want to discourage anyone from doing, but it's a lot harder and there's a lot of work behind the scenes, and it's really time consuming and very draining. And I've never really had an issue with the creation of coming up with things that I want to share and talk about, because I feel like I have tons of that. I just don't always feel like turning that camera on and inviting people into, whether it's the good or it's the bad, I just don't have that energy. And I guess it's my ADHD spastic brain too, that it's like the moment passes before I get to hit the record button. But one of the things that I've really been struggling with here recently has been just grief and loss. I lost my brother recently to cancer, and that has really hit me hard. And I had every intention of starting August 1st with posting lots and lots of new content and banking a bunch of stuff and going into the fall season with lots and lots of great ideas and motivation. But since I lost my brother in July, it just really, again, just smacked me right back down. And I've struggled to get back up on my feet. Otherwise, though, it's been just the crazy madness of being a blind mom. I have also achieved a new certification in my career as an accessibility tester. So I finished a lot of really intense training for the Department of Homeland Security. So I am now a DHS trusted tester. And, I'm job searching for that big full time, big bad job. And so I look forward to sharing with you guys, some content about that if interested, as far as getting out there in a professional way into the workforce, and how that it looks, what that looks like today. So that's sort of a little bit of about what's been going on with me. Some good news, though, lots of good news going on in the blind community. From, let's see, Uber is now has a phone number you can call. You've got, airlines putting braille signs up now. Great stuff there. It's sad that it took a lawsuit to do that, but hey, we'll take everything we can get, right? Accessibility continues to grow as a field, and hopefully you guys are noticing a little uptick, hopefully, in your user experience and the accessibility of digital assets, as people like me continue to work at it every single day, improving the world of accessibility. And yeah, so I'm going to join the chat over here and see who all is with me and how everyone is doing. Let's see. So we have Edward. Hey, Edward, how are you? Thanks for joining, Edward. And we have Tyler. Hey, Tyler. How's it going, my friend? Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Yeah, it was cancer sucks, right? I mean, I saw that big old hashtag earlier on TikTok, hashtag cancer sucks, and it's got like 6 billion something, views. And I'm like, yep, there's a reason why it's a big number, big hashtag there. It really, really, really sucks. And, you know, um, there's those who obviously are on the side of the fence where they are fighting and they are the diagnosed. But, and there's the side of the fence where there's, loved ones and family members that have to watch, um, our loved ones go through that and see them through to the very end. And I was able to be with my brother on his last day. And yeah, that was really, really hard. And it's been a big struggle for my mom and the rest of my family and his wife and his 13 and 15-year-old. And yeah, he's left a really big, big hole. So, but that's why, it's been a little difficult here lately. So, but I'm still here. I'm still willing to help everyone. Before I get into more, I would love for you guys to tell me how your all summer is going, and if you guys have found any great new resources that have helped you recently. That's what I kind of want to get into. There's been lots of good stuff that have come out, from tech to websites to new brands, all kinds of stuff. And I'm going to be featuring several new things on my channel here coming up shortly. Some of the things are going to be a company has reached out to me, and it's like some identifiers, tactile identifier type of markings for appliances. So can't wait to explore that and share that with you and that new company. And by the way, heads up, guys, you're going to want to stay tuned and get back into Seeing Blind because I've got another giveaway coming up from Two Blind Brothers. I do these annually and try to partner up with Two Blind Brothers, and I'm very, very excited. I actually just got my bag in 2 days, so we're going to be opening this thing up here, and I'm going to be posting a video unboxing what I got from Two Blind Brothers, and then we're going to do a giveaway. So you guys are want to stay tuned for that next upload. Let's see, Tyler, let's see, what did you say? Oh, you lost your grandma last year. Oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah, it's hard. It's so hard. And it's always it's one of those things where, people, grief and loss is funny like that, whether it's you've lost someone due to a death, or whether you've lost more of your ability in life due to an illness, chronic illness, disability, whatever the case may be. I always say loss is loss, and we all process and grieve through those things differently. And one of the things that I feel like is always underestimated is it's one thing to support people in that immediate moment, in that immediate season. But sometimes we forget that we still need to love and care for ourselves and others the weeks and years after, tuning in and catching up with them and just saying, hey, how are you doing with your, managing your loss and such lately? Are you still feeling that sharp pain, that, sharp edged sword? Or is it getting getting better? Is it getting easier? Are you coping? I think checking in with each other's mental health is always a great way to just show that you care. And sometimes people just need each other to be present, and be active. And so um, I always appreciate it when people just kind of, leave it as an open-ended question. How are you doing? Are you coping well? And I always appreciate that. It shows me that they care. Hey, Kelly, how's it going? Good to see ya. Welcome. Oh, we have also, who is this? Flo. Hi, Flo. How are you guys? So I'm curious. So I was talking about, how it's nice that Uber has a phone number to call. Be My Eyes is getting ready to come out with a new beta thing for us testers, and I'm excited to explore the new Be My AI. And yeah, there's lots of new stuff coming out and resources and things. I cannot wait for the new, I think it's Estee Lauder, I think that's coming out with the basically the makeup assistant, the virtual makeup assistant. I know it's out in the UK, but not here in the States yet. So lots of new things on the border, and but still lots of things, great things that have also launched. There's, the NFBs, they've got like, I think a blind museum, and I know APH, American Printing House, has also got a lot of great stuff going on. They've been doing a lot. I've seen a lot of their content here recently. And also, FYI, Be My Eyes, or no, Blind Abilities, sorry, the podcast, Blind Abilities with Jeff Thompson. I started teaming up with him and Carrie from Carrie on Accessibility. We've been doing some podcasting, and we kind of, again, like I said, had to put that on hold in July when my brother took a turn for the worse. But we are recording again, and hopefully you'll be seeing and hearing more podcasts coming out from Carrie and I on blind ability. So definitely check out that. And Jeff's got his own app for blind abilities as well. So definitely a great way, a great resource there, my friends, to stay on top and be in the know of the blind community. He's usually always got a lot of great content that kind of keeps you plugged into good stuff. So if anyone's got any great resources that they've heard of, any good news, whether it's in the blind community or overall general disabled community, any good podcasts, I would love to hear it. I feel like it's one of those things where I hear so much, sometimes I forget. My mind goes blank. Oh, good. I'm doing great, Flo. I'm glad you're doing well. Thanks for chatting and staying involved. Let's see, Flo, what did you say here? I have recently lost all of my useful vision. Oh, you've recently lost all of your useful vision. Oh man. Okay. Well, yeah. I mean, that, like I said, was saying earlier, that's all part of grief and loss too. Grief and loss comes in all kinds of forms, whether you've lost someone due to death, who's close to you, or it's, an ability, something you're used to in life. It's all part of processing very difficult things, and we all do it differently. And I think it sounds like we're both kind of in a season of adjustment and acclimating and processing through that hard heartbreak. But I'm sorry to hear that you've lost your useful vision. I know that it takes a long time to adjust. So, oh, my friend, please give yourself grace and forgiveness, because it takes a long time to adjust to more vision loss. I had a big spike in my vision loss about 7, 8 years ago now. I can't believe it's been that long. And I sometimes to this day, I still feel like I'm I'm still trying to get used to how every day is just different. Oh, thank you. You're welcome. Um, hey, let's see, Tyler, let's see. Tyler says, haven't gotten any new kitchen. Oh, okay. Have I gotten any new kitchen tools lately? Great question. Let me think. I want to say yes, but now I'm like drawing a blank. Um, I can't think of anything. I kind of taken a little break from the kitchen. I'll tell you why. Um, I mean, there's always tons of stuff that's come out, but it's one of those things where my kitchen has gotten so full and crammed that I just had to stop. I had to take a break from all the new kitchen gadgets, but all my faves in the past year or two are still my faves. I still use them. Silicone is still my number one go-to material for the kitchen, from pot holders to any and everything. I mean, I look for whatever I'm struggling with in the kitchen. I look to see if there is a silicone solution. Um, Let's see. But I will share with you a recent gadget that I have gotten that, oh my God, I actually like just spent an hour before I went live tearing my house upside down looking for this thing, and I still can't find it. I know I have it, I just can't find it. Um, but I'll tell you about it here in just a second, and then you'll get a little sneak peek before I post the video. Let's see. All right. Flo says, I was surprised with a. Oh, you were surprised with the kitchen tool. What did you get? What did you get? What was the surprise? Was it like an appliance? That's exciting. I'm always so impressed when other people get um, me kitchen tools, because I'm one of those people where I'm a practical person. I love getting things that are practical. It makes life easier because I'm someone that I don't always like buy for myself unless I'm absolutely like, okay, this is a huge problem and I need to get it fixed right now. Like it's driving me nuts. If I need something to make my life easier. But sometimes, I don't always get the things that are just nice to have and a luxury kind of thing. Um, like there's this one thing that I've been wanting for years and years, and it's how those towel warmers that were like racks that you would mount on the wall for a long, long, long time. Now they have this like bucket, and I love that it's like the idea because this one's portable and you can put bathrobes in it, you can put blankets in it, you can put anything you want to warm up your pajamas or your sheets, whatever the case may be, before you put them on the bed. And this bucket warmer is something I've had my eye on, but the really good one, the one that I really want, it's pretty pricey, more than I really am comfortable spending on myself. But that's still on my wish list, so maybe this Christmas, we'll see. I'm going to turn my voiceover on. I'm wondering if you all can hear it. Well, you'll have to tell me if you can hear my voiceover. Object replacement character. Just because. Object replacement character. Group. As moderator. And one more item and two more items. Oops, nope. You are currently on the text element inside of web content. To exit this web area, press tab link. Managing moderator. Radio button. Group 1 of 2. Standard moderator. Radio button. Group 2 of 2. I don't want that. Inside of web content. To exit this group, press tab lock. Shift. Group. Go to channel. Kelly Green. YouTube. Website web content. Kelly Green, you have a website? Image. Visiting link image. YouTube home. Okay. I'm going to try to navigate back to where I just was because I just changed my screen.
Check. Object replacement character. Selected.
There we go.
You are currently on a group inside of web content. To interact.
I'm on my Mac right now and trying to see.
Selected. Report. Selected. 2 of 6.
It won't read the messages. Very interesting.
Group. You are currently on a menu item. Group. Inside of the list box. To choose this menu item, press caps lock. Space. To close this menu, press group. You are currently on a menu item. Group. Inside of the list box. Group.
Who knew?
You are currently on a menu item. Group. Inside of the list box. To choose this menu item.
I see y'all typing away though. I'll get to you in just a second.
Group. Message. Selected. 1 of 6. You are currently on a group inside of web content. All changes saved. You are currently on a text element.
Interesting. Yeah, I cannot get it to read the chat. Weird. Okay, I'm going to turn that back off, and you guys will just have to bear with me in my very limited, poor vision and extremely slow reading. All right, so where were we? Okay. So Flo, I was wanting to know what you got. Let me see if I can find it in this message thread, because now I'm really, really curious what you got. And just out of curiosity, how did you guys find my channel, and how long have you all been on here? Because I always like to know, like, how everybody is like connected and how we all discovered each other. Oh, hey. Oh, this is Tabitha. Hey, Tabitha. Sorry, guys. I am just reading all of your all, trying to catch up on everyone's chat. That's why I'm like super quiet. I'm sorry. I'm terrible at like talking and reading at the same time. So I'm just seeing like all the messages that I totally forgot. Let's see. Tyler, you shared a link. What did you share here? You'll have to tell me, what's this link in here? Let's see. Oh, you got a milk frother. You know, I have been sort of on the fence about that. I have seen those, and everyone went crazy about these. Like, seems like earlier in the year, over the summer. And I'm one of those where I have to drink my coffee, like, I call it my motor oil, because it's like Starbucks, like strong, and I don't really get very, creative with my coffee, I guess. And so milk frother, it just seemed like it was just an extra thing, an extra step that I'm not in the mood to. I'm just like, just in my veins immediately, whatever it takes. So I don't know. I haven't explored one yet, but maybe I should. Yes, you can. Okay, you can hear the screen reader. I wish it would read the comments. It kept like wanting to read everything else but the comment section. Very, very frustrating. To read the chat with your voiceover, uh sorry, I'm trying. Okay. And you'll swipe. Huh. I guess I could try that. Let me try that. Okay. All right. Thank you for that, Tyler. Let me try that suggestion, see if it will do it. I'm also doing this a little differently. So I usually will use StreamYard for my live streams, but I went live through the YouTube Studio.
Say something. Save line. You are hurt. Red heart. Button. Group. Chrome is not. Send red heart. Button. Group. Chat actions. Button. Group.
Yeah, it's still not doing it.
Close that.
Oh, there we go.
To read the chat with voiceover, I act like I'm writing a comment and I swipe to the left and it will read the chat. You are heard beyond the chat actions. Button. Group. Close that. You are heard. It will make milk or creamer foamy. You are heard beyond the text element.
Okay. Yeah, so it will make milk creamy or foamy. And it's kind of like one of those things where, yeah, I don't know. I don't work that hard for my coffee. I am not a morning person, so any corners that I can cut, that's what I do. But I'll tell you what, a kitchen gadget that I do want, so if anyone ever has any recommendations for me, please let me know. It is an ice cream maker. That's what I am interested in. I have my Soda Stream. That was one of my latest purchases and additions to our kitchen earlier this year. And that's been a big hit. Love my Soda Stream. But yeah, we do a lot of ice cream with our kids. I mean, they love ice cream. And I've been thinking about getting my own ice cream maker and seeing what that whole business and process is. So we'll see.
It will make milk or creamer foamy. Chat actions. Button. Color green. Anyone have a suggestion for best air fryer for the blind?
Best air fryer for the blind. So I did a video on this, Kelly, and this is just my personal opinion after I did a lot of research and other people in our community recommended this to me, and it was the Cosori air fryer. And it's pretty much any of their smart air fryers because you can control them with Alexa or the app. So it just makes blind life a lot easier once you get the things set up, you download the app. It was accessible with my screen reader and magnification. I'm a hybrid user, so I use both AT and Cosori. I have to say, I've been pleased. Is it perfect? No, but I have yet to find an appliance in any genre that is completely perfect and accessible across the board. But the fact that it is smart, that got that smart capability, it really helps get around the whole digital interface issue and not being able to feel buttons and see the interface. So I can just use my screen reader and navigate through the app, select recipes that way, and start the time and all that stuff. So Cosori, you can check out, it's on my Amazon storefront, the one that I have, and all the different accessories and things that you can get for it. But it's the smart Wi-Fi air fryer. And I think the app they use is called VSync, I think, if I'm not getting it confused with my other appliances.
Chat actions. Button. Group. Tyler Nelson. From every day, my pain's orange is white bottom and white rolling wall tip and 62-inch tall. You are heard beyond the text element. So talking about white canes, a lot of people, it's so funny. I was talking to somebody who did not realize that Ambutech now, you can customize your white canes. So mine have green accents on mine because green is my favorite color, and it represents blindness on our disability flag, if you will. And so I have a roller ball as well. I also have the marshmallow tip and Dakota disc, but the marshmallow tip, it still just kept getting, it didn't have a smooth enough transition over things like cobblestones when I'm downtown or that kind of stuff. So I do have a large roller ball as well. And I have got a blind story about this, guys. I'm going to go ahead and jump into it while you all chat away. But I had my cane and I was walking kind of through a grassy area, sort of. And so I was just sort of not doing contact tap, but, just kind of tapping, just kind of making sure that the ground was continuing to stay level. And I ended up stopping, and I stopped. I was standing still on an anthill, and I had no idea. And a cane is not going to, I don't know if anyone has figured out how a white cane can ever give you enough tactile feedback or any kind of identification of anthills. But I discovered I have a severe allergy to ant bites. And I got, that was another reason why I couldn't create any content over the summer, because I had a severe allergic reaction to the ants that bit me. And so now I have an EpiPen and everything else because it was bad. It was really bad. So I will not be walking in grass anytime soon because that was scary as all get out. Yeah. Oh, really? That was the first one, was the Kazoria? It's funny because like videos like that are the ones that do the best on my channel. And I get it. I mean, I know there's not a lot of, in the world of content creation, a lot of people don't realize that, they always tell you, pick a niche and stick to it. But even if you pick like the blind community or disabled community as your audience, your target audience, your niche, it is still such a small pool of people to pull from. Like it's not as big as like going for, women over 40. There's a lot more of them than there is in, the blind community that's on YouTube. And so it's funny. Everyone, that was some of the advice that I was getting from my colleagues, that, well, you're going to have to expand out. Like Molly Burke, she was like doing other things that has nothing to do with blindness. And I'm like, yeah, that's great. Okay, that's cool. We'll see. I don't want to be a full-time YouTuber, so I wasn't really about trying to put that much effort into it. I was just this whole channel is just to serve everybody and try to hopefully post helpful comments and share tips and tricks and products. But I found that once I did kind of start making videos like that, those tended to be the most popular ones, and that's how a lot of people end up discovering me. So interesting. Yeah. Are you talking about the ant thing? Yeah. And that happened like the day before my brother died. And so I was like, I couldn't walk on my foot, and even my hands and everything swelled up. I mean, everything swelled up. I was a mess. But I was at the same time trying to let go of my brother, and it was just, oh my God, y'all. Oh my God. It was a hard lesson in the circle of life. Let me tell you. It was terrible. Yes, it's my backup tip too. The marshmallow tip is my backup. I prefer the rolling ball, but the marshmallow is my backup tip. I definitely, and it also depends on the season. So in the wintertime, if there's snow and ice, the Dakota disc is my primary one. And that's great for hiking and any kind of like wintry weather conditions. So I'll also use that one as my backup during the winter time. Yeah. So have you found the app to be accessible for you with the Kasori brand? I'm assuming you got the smart one. That's the one I recommend if you're going to do Kasori. Otherwise, you're kind of there. If you don't get the ones that don't come with an app, they're all sort of on the same playing field in my in my opinion, because they all have, digital screens. And if you can't see the digital screen, then what the heck good is that going to do you, right? So it's like you got to have some way of accessing the controls, and I've just found apps that is a good solution for that. Hey, the writing sisters. Are you super busy with work? I know, I mean, I always say I am. I'm always busy with work, but yeah, that is um there are lots and lots of tips, and you can drop a lot of money trying to explore which ones work for you. Um, Sam from The Blind Life, everyone loves Sam Seavey. He's awesome. I mean, he's he right next to Molly Burke. I mean, his content is spot on and is a great resource when it comes to tips. Like he had me almost considering the Omni Sense tip, and I was able to get my hands on one and discovered, it had a little bit too much resistance for my preference. So I ended up going for that, for like you, the large roller ball. But it's one of those things where, I mean, it just takes time to figure out what your preferences are, while you also acclimate to what you have access to as well. But yeah, if you're in a snowy, icy area, I highly recommend the Dakota disc. Um, and I personally think the big roller ball or the marshmallow tip, those are the top two go-tos. I think that I hear a lot of people say they have. See, good, good. I'm glad you can confirm that. It's funny because after I really released that Kasori video, I actually had someone basically call me out and say, "Oh, well, you put a bump dot on that digital screen, and because you had to put a bump dot on it, that's not accessible." And I'm like, "Hey, if I had to pretty much like, if I had to basically say, okay, anything that I adapt in my house so that I can use it is not considered accessible because I had to adapt it, then there would not be one accessible product hardly left in my house. It's, for me, an accessible product is accessible if you can adapt it, or there's something in place that allows you to have alternative access to it. And if you put bump dots on a digital screen to like locate the power button or the start button or something, to me, that's sufficient enough to make it accessible for me. Because that was one thing that I noticed, with a lot of the appliances. Like, you can set all the settings within the smart apps, but for safety reasons, you still have to hit the start button on the device. So, sorry, that's my husband messaging me. Good. Yay, good. See, you know what? I wish I was better at this with content creation, of like keeping track of my analytics and stuff, and like how many like referrals I was able to make on Kasori's behalf. I mean, they never sponsored me, whatever. I did reach out to them asking if we could collaborate, and they basically shot me down. But I was like, okay, fine, whatever. But so they've never sponsored me or anything like that. But I almost kind of wish like they would. I mean, I should be getting like some. You would think they could afford to give me something, because a lot of people have come back to me and said, "Hey, I saw your video, I got it, I liked it, it's working out," and I'm so glad. But at the same time, I'm like, okay, I got to pay the bills too. Like, come on, Kasori, show some love. How much money are you making off of me?
Inside of the list box. Go to channel. You are currently on the menu item. Group. Inside of the list box. To choose this menu item.
Oh, of course. I lost it. Hold on.
Chrome, say something. Seeing blind. Red heart. Button. It clicks and beeps. I tap on the screen to start clicking. Even though I'm not able to see the screen on the air fryer, I know when it starts because I can hear the click button when.
Yeah.
I tap on the screen to start clicking.
Right.
Chat actions. Button. Group. Button. Seeing blind. Say something. Seeing blind. Button. It clicks and beeps.
Exactly. Yeah, it clicks and beeps. It has a lot of really great audible feedback for sure. All right. So, well, guys, I have to kind of jump off here pretty soon, but thank you guys so much for chatting and joining in our little blind community chat today. Just FYI, remember, keep in mind, I am going to be posting a Two Blind Brothers giveaway again, my annual giveaway coming up. I've already got my bag right here. So we're going to be opening up this and checking out some of their new products and such, and then we're going to be doing a giveaway, so you'll need to comment on that video to enter into the giveaway, and then they will be shipping out a shop blind box to you as well. So stay tuned for that. I do want to give some big kudos and thank you to all of those who did join me on Instagram, because I hit 1K on Instagram recently. And again, it was during my lack of content production, so I wasn't really able to send out any celebratory news on that. But I just want to thank everybody who has joined me there. And yeah. So I'm hoping I can start posting again here shortly and getting back into the flow of things. So thank you all for joining me this evening. I hope you all have a great weekend. And for all of those who are involved with the school year, I hope everyone's having a good back to school season and transition. And yeah, that always helps me when I can get the kids out of the house long enough to get something done. All right, my friends, y'all take care. Have a good one. I will see y'all next time. And now y'all get to see me fumble around to figure out how to end the live stream on YouTube. Because I usually am not on this one. Oh, I think I found it. Here we go.
End stream. Group. End stream. Dialog.
Yes.
Button. Group. End stream. Dialog.